you can have here 109,000 impressions. You can have 2,300 link clicks and 0 leads. This video will be your extensive guide on how to actually and successfully run lead ads in 2025 with Facebook ads. But before I will share campaign setups, ad creatives, strategy and funnel behind it, because I will take you in the ad account, I want to also give you a quick story time and context so that you can understand the situation, because from my experience, many people or many advertisers are in this situation. So in January, I received an email through a contact of mine, and he told me that they are running ads since multiple months, but they have so highs and lows that are so big that they have so much inconsistency in their ad account that they are like shortly before giving up ads at all, because it causes so much stress and so much inconsistency for their business that they consider other channels in order to generate leads for their business. And I had a look at the ad account, and I will share it with you in a minute. And there was so much chaos and so many misunderstandings about ads that it's no coincidence that the performance was so changing. But with some simple changes, with consistency and with a clear structure, we have spent over 100,000 euros since then. We have generated nearly 25,000 leads for under €6 per lead. And especially we have established a lot of consistency. We were able to scale the ad account and are continuing to do so. And now today's the 19th of September. So nearly 9 months into the partnership. It's still the beginning, and there is so much we can still do. And to share with you the basics, I will now take you with me in the ad account, and I will share exactly the steps that I did. I will share you the before, the after, the results, creatives, and so on. So let's look into it. This is the ad account, and it stayed before I took it over. So from January 1st, 2024 until January 19th, 2025, they spent 46,000 euros. They had 644 registrations completed and nearly 6,000 leads. The cost per lead was 775, and the completed registrations was 72. Why there are different types of conversions, leads and registrations completed, this had to do with an improvement of the website. But what we can see is there was 1 year and they started 107 campaigns. You can see here when I scroll, all of them had actually impressions. And what you can also see is like there was so much things mixed in between. Optimizations for complete website, for leads, for custom events, for leads, for landing page views, and so on. It was a complete mess, and the same assets were started over and over and over and over and over again, simply in a new house, basically. And this then led to a lot of inconsistency and to a lot of mess, basically, because as you can see here, the most amount of events was like here, reach campaigns, optimized for through plays. But if we look then what actually resulted from this into palpable results, nothing. No leads, no registrations completed, but hey, at least 99% hook rate, so congratulations. As you can also see, the ads here had a reach of 4,000 people and only 6 link clicks, click-through rate of 0.07%. Then landing page views, okay, 31 cents per landing page view or 64 cents. But if we also look here at what does this actually bring as a result? Nothing. And this is what I mentioned and also in other videos. If you want to have results, then also tell Facebook what you actually want. If you want leads, then optimize for leads. If you want simply only landing page views, then optimize for landing page views. But the quantity of traffic does not result in also quality traffic. You can have here 109,000 impressions. You can have 2,300 link clicks and 0 leads. Why? No need to. So make sure that you optimize for the right thing and that you optimize for what actually is valuable for your business. Tell Facebook what you want, and then Facebook will do its best to actually get you the results. But for this, you need to actually tell it to Facebook. So this is how it was before. And now let's switch to me taking over. So since February this year until today is the 20th of September. So in this time frame, we had 3 campaigns. This is actually not true. We had more, but I don't know. Okay. Today we have 3 campaigns live. Yeah, this is true. So from February to today, we had more, but still only 13. We spent 138,000 euros, so much more, and we generated 25,200 leads for 5.47 euros per lead. So this means we have increased the ad spend by over 4 times what they had before, 3 times what they had before, and we decreased the lead price by, let's have a look, 547 divided by, so by 30%, while increasing the quantity a lot. How did we do it? First of all, we tell the algorithm what we want. So if we want to have registrations completed, which is what we want, we will do this. You can also see here, I have this as a custom column. What is the conversion rate? Meaning the link clicks, the complete registrations divided by link clicks. And here you can see we have over 1/5 of the people that are coming to the site also converting, which is what we want. Which then gives me, as like the media buyer who oversees the campaigns, the clear indication that the traffic that is coming is also converting, which is the right traffic. What does our setup look like? We have broad targeting. We have a little bit restrictions in the age range because there is value for the business in having a certain age range. But besides that, it's simply open targeting. But what we did is, in this time frame, we uploaded, so it's now a bit over 7 months, nearly 500 ads, because we do a lot of creative testing. We have a lot of different assets. We have UGC videos, images, we have really polished graphics, we have memes and some other stuff. And you can also see that there are ads which are working since months. So this ad here, for example, let's have a look at the chart here. It started, the first day was on April 19th. And since then, as you can see, it generates results. In the beginning, it was much stronger than it is right now, but still it generates a conversion. So as you can see here, for 38, 34, 23, and so on. And the lead price is pretty consistent. We have a couple of here very high numbers, but if you would remove this, then this is actually very consistent. And this is true for multiple ads. You can see here, there are a lot of ads which are getting a lot of ad spend and which are working since months. So for example, this one here, this got started in the middle of February and also since then is working. So this here is the amount of leads, registrations completed. And we are focusing on creating assets that are resonating with the audience, which can run for months, because through this, we can actually increase the ad spend without decrease in lead prices. And I can also show this to you on a campaign level. So for example, this campaign here, it started beginning of February, you can see, 1st of February, and it runs through this since until today. And you can also see that it looks and is consistent. There is not a big decrease. There's even increase now in amount of completed registrations because we have a couple of new ad sets which are working really well for us. You can also see that the price per registration is very consistent throughout this time frame. Why? Because we don't focus on campaign setups and this has to be done one time, this has to be done correctly, but then we focus on creating the right assets. And you can see this here. We also have, for example, in this campaign now 40 ad sets. We have 56 buckets of creatives. And you also saw the quantity of ads that we have uploaded. It's not about quantity over quality, but in order to have consistent results, you also need consistently new ads. And this is what we are focusing on. So in summary, if you are running lead ads for your own business, don't focus on campaign setups. Make it clear what you want. Do this as a one-time setup. And then you focus on creating the right assets that actually resonate with the audience and that attract the right people so that you have a good conversion rate. Because you can imagine Facebook in this campaign here has the data of 20,000 people who signed up on the website. This is so much data for the algorithm that it is quite easy now to optimize the campaigns and to optimize for new creatives that are coming into this campaign because there is so much data already. So make it clear that you create assets that resonate with your audience, that are based on insights, that attract the right people. And these assets live in the campaigns and the ad sets that optimize actually for your business goal. If you want to get the optimization right, then you also get to understand what the learning phase is. You can see here we have one ad set which is quite new. It is limited in its learning, but all of the others are active. And if you want to understand what the learning phase actually is and how it works, then watch this video where I explain it in detail and how you can, even with small budgets, get out of the learning phase and understand why it might even not be as important as you might think.